Are you looking for a movie about Victor?
Well, then you're in the right place. Welcome to a YMBToAP Interlude.
All right, this interlude, in case you can't tell, I'm hoping you would have seen this before you heard the opener and stuff, so it made some sense to you. But we are going to talk about Guillermo del Toro's brand new Frankenstein movie.
And Franken new.
All right, so interesting little tidbit here for you.
Tidbits.
You'd like to know. Most people would tell you this movie came out November 7th on Netflix. True, but not when the movie came out. This movie actually came out October 17th to theaters because movie theaters, a movie has to be in the theater for like 1 to 2 weeks to be up for Oscar nominations. So like
and they
Netflix
definitely
movies.
want this one on the Oscars.
Oh yeah. Netflix movies cannot be up unless they've been in the theater. That was like a kind of a newer rule because, like Anora kind of took over.
Yeah.
There was another one a couple years ago that was like a Netflix one.
I think Knives Out, right? I think that was a thing because Knives Out was either nominated controversially or did not get nominated controversially. And people were like, well, it
What
should be.
movie?
But it was a Netflix movie.
Be in theaters for Oscars. I want to know this. No single movie triggered the current requirement for Netflix to have a theatrical release,
That's what
but
they say.
there's definitely been a lot of Netflix movies that like keep coming up in these good movie things because they're good movies.
They are, yeah. I mean, they have
Roma.
budget.
That was the one.
Aroma, not
No,
Anora.
well, just Roma.
Roma.
I do
see.
remember that. It was like a black and white movie, and I think it won Best Picture. I think.
It sounds right.
And that was
that
like
the year that we just didn't
2018,
see?
so that was a hot minute ago.
I was thinking that was like a recent one where we just didn't see movies. What was it, like 2023 or the Oscar noms? We were like, we don't give a shit about anything.
Yeah. This movie has been out for a little bit. I think. Give me 1 minute. I want to make sure. Okay, no Fantastic Fest on this one. Just wanted to double check because
Okay.
you never know.
You never know.
This is Frankenstein. I was interested in it because the Pinocchio movie that he did was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm down to see what the Frankenstein one's all about. And I do remember absolutely loving this book when I was in high school. So just to go ahead and state that, yes, I love the book. Can't really tell you much about it. I read it 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I read it in high school too.
Enjoyed it.
I did. I do remember loving it. And like all I really remembered about it was like Frankenstein's Frankenstein's monster is very misunderstood and gets killed by the townsfolk because he, I don't know, kills a girl or something.
Well, see, that's the Hollywood movie. That's not even the book one.
Well, shit.
But see, the book, the original Hollywood movie is so what people know this to be about.
Yeah.
That's what everybody remembers. That's what Van Helsing plays into when they do their Frankenstein story. It's very much the Hollywood version.
It's very like Of Mice and Men because Lenny is like, I'm going to pet the bunnies and he kills them because he loves them too much. He just like squeezes them.
Yeah.
And then they have to end up killing him because like you're too dangerous to be in society. So.
But see, well, so this is actually really, really close to the book. This is exactly pretty much what happens for the most part. At least like main plot wise, I would say, because there's a lot of discourse going on right now about Mia Goth's character Elizabeth and stuff. There's a whole lot that they're playing up difference from the book to this movie and all that stuff.
Can I tell you, I fucking hated her bird hats. Just want to get that out of the way real quick.
You didn't like
stupid wings that she has in her head all the time, make her head look like an apple.
You didn't like her feather hat thing?
Not at all. Just very bothered by them.
I can't even pull that up.
If I saw that on a person in real life, I'd walk up and be like, "Pop, take that shit off." Slap it right down.
It's just so, we call it, just high society.
Victorian. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just so super high society type
Like,
stuff.
how dumb of a hat can we get on this beautiful woman?
Yeah. Did you know she also plays his mama in the beginning? And having learned that, I went back to the beginning, and I almost can't tell still.
Really?
Because
Can we look at it? Because we're looking at the movie
They
here.
did do prosthetics on her for that beginning.
Okay.
By the way, little bit back. Oh yeah, it's right here when they have dinner. I was looking at her again. That's Mia Goth.
I can definitely tell. Like, the eyes are the same.
It's the eyes, yeah, but like I almost can't tell.
I hate it.
And I know it's her.
She's like eating some bloody whatever at the table.
Yeah, I guess where would you like to begin?
I guess I don't know. Do you want us to start with a rating?
I mean, I'll give you one.
You're gonna get mad at me.
I know.
Okay.
I already know.
All right, good. Because I haven't said shit about this movie intentionally. I wanted to come in here and like air it out.
Okay. Well, then why don't you go first? Because I think we all know where I am.
Yeah, I know where you are. I am nowhere near you. I'm honestly, I think a 6 is where I'm at on this one. 6 out of 10.
I thought you'd be a 7. Honestly,
I was a 7, but then I was like, you know, I would rate it more highly if I enjoyed my time with it.
I thought you were gonna say I would have enjoyed it. You would have given it more points if she had fucked the monster.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10 if she if we got to see that weird stitched up penis. The pacing for this movie really dragged for me. Like, we spend
so I can tell you that right here. He had intended for this to be 2 to 3 movies.
Oh my God!
Like,
please.
he wanted this to go.
I'm glad it wasn't.
For a long time.
I mean, it was long enough. It's what, 240?
It was just like 2.5.
2.5? Yeah.
Yeah, like a straight 229 or something.
I split this into 3 watches over the course of 3 days, and I was really done with it by the end of it. I was like, please let this end. I was bothered by it. I just feel...
Well, you know I like a long movie, so...
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing against... I feel like there's a misconception of me and my opinion of movies. I have nothing against a long movie if it has reason to be long. If it has something to say. This movie just kind of like sat around for a lot of time. It was like, look, here's this boy. He's miserable. Let's watch him be miserable for like 40 minutes. And then he grows up. And now he's miserable in this castle. Look, he made a monster really, really quick. Wow. Now everybody's dead. Like that was the movie for me.
Yeah, we're on such different pages here because there's so much happening. There's so much like I figured there's no way we could even get into half of what people are talking about with this movie.
I've stayed away from like the psyche of it. I haven't really looked into any people with TikTok or whatever talking about it. I'm like, I wanted to go in fresh and like uninfluenced.
Yeah. So I'll just give you what I thought just out the gate, you know, like without hearing any of that, like what I took from it as a whole up front. Just as a movie that exists, it's fucking, I mean, it's a Guillermo movie. It's beautiful. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
I think at any given moment, if you pause this movie,
it's like a painting.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Anything you look at in this movie is just a sight to behold.
Yeah, you know? It is a gorgeous movie. Like, I'm not going to fault it for that because, like you said, it's Guillermo del Toro. He puts his heart and soul into, like, the palette of the movie even. Totally gorgeous. The one visual I did not like in this movie is the CGI, which, I mean, I know you can't just get actual wolves to attack a person, but the CGI wolves were so Polar Express to me.
Okay. Well, because I was going to tell you that most of this movie's practical.
Yeah, like all the monster stuff, all the like puppets and things, whenever he's like fucking around in the lab and that one comes to life and starts screaming, I was like, oh, that's a practical effect. Oh,
so even this, he made a point to let you know, so like this whole fight scene, everybody that gets thrown or moved, all of it is real. They're all on rigs. When he's like throwing a person, they're flying away.
Yeah. And like, that was definitely
this whole
like,
scene practical.
Yeah. That was obvious because I mean it just looks so smooth and so like well done. Look at that way the actor just rolled over like that. That was incredible.
Gruesome. That's when I knew 5 minutes in that I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this movie.
I really loved the opening. I was like, oh, this is like a horror movie about Frankenstein. Like we're really gonna see the scariness of the monster, and we didn't. Well, the book, he's not scary. Like, that's the thing. We have so misconstrued what Frankenstein is through Hollywood. Yeah. Like, I mean, I get that he's not supposed to be like a big, scary, like, creature. But
yeah,
I like it when stories of Frankenstein delve into, like, the darker aspects of it. Like, he is really fucked up. He's a sewn body put together by like a mad scientist, and he's cobbled together with all these different pieces and shit. Like I do feel like they made him a little bit too beautiful, which might just be Jacob Elordi's fault, but
it is.
But I wanted him to be grotesque and like imposing, and I never felt like, ooh, that's a monster, because we as the public
only in
are
the
supposed
beginning
to
and
feel,
the end.
Yeah, the public is supposed to feel afraid of Frankenstein. Like we're supposed to be scared of him because he is a creation that's out of control. Like even if he has good intentions at heart, we shouldn't be able to see the beauty.
I think that's this movie though. It is all the beauty.
Yeah.
Because he's a misunderstood, and he's so tragic because like he can't die even.
Yeah, and that
he got brought into this world unwillingly, and now he is stuck in it for eternity. Yes. That is heartbreaking.
It is, yeah. Like that in and of itself, I thought that was a really good take on the tale. I don't know if that's how the book is, whether or not he can die. It is.
So yeah, the book is he basically is just here. So he wants a companion, which he comes and asks for a companion, right? Mm-hmm. And Victor denies him. Like this movie though, so Guillermo kind of changed the story to reflect his life, because in the book Victor Frankenstein has everything. He's just a happy kid, life is good, and now he just wants to play God is essentially what happens. But Guillermo del Toro had a bad childhood. He was scared of his father. He didn't like his dad. He had an abusive childhood, so this Victor has an abusive childhood.
Okay.
Like it's more a reflection of his own life in ways. So I was going to tell you the whole thing about this movie is this is the one thing Guillermo's wanted to make his entire life. He has been so about Frankenstein that every movie he's ever made is about a monster, because he's always wanted to make this monster. And he did come out and say, when I filmed the scene where like he gets created and Victor does the thing and makes him, he was like, something in me changed, and like I don't think I'm gonna make monster movies anymore, because like
dang,
I did it. This is the one I wanted, and now I'm satiated, so I'm gonna make stuff I've never made before now.
That's fascinating.
Which is sad to me.
I mean, I love Guillermo's monsters, but I think he is a really fantastic storyteller, and I'd love to see him branch out into something that is less monster related. Like Pan's Labyrinth, of course there were monsters in it, but it wasn't about the monsters. They were just like accessories to this beautiful story. And the same with Nightmare Alley.
Okay.
Is that the one? It's a fantastic story. And then like also there are circus freaks there.
Yeah. I mean, even Hellboy is just about finding your place in the world, but they all happen to be monsters, Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's all driven from this, how everyone perceives the monster here as this horrible thing that you even said we should be scared of. And he's like, no, he's the most beautiful thing that there is, because he's free of sin. He's free of expectation. He literally was just made, and yet we condemn him for his creation when he had nothing to do with it. He has done nothing wrong, yet we hate him. We just hate him.
And I do like the fact that he did not make Victor, like the scientist, that he didn't make him a sympathetic character at all. Like,
oh yeah,
you get to see his like shitty childhood and all that, but I mean, as an adult, he's making all these decisions on his own and just being generally bad at it. And he's a terrible parent, as we see immediately when he like
Yeah.
gives life to Frankenstein, and then like he chains him up in the basement and is like, say another word, say a different word. Like Frankenstein is alive for what felt like 5 minutes of screen time, basically.
Yeah.
And alive in the sense that like he's trying to teach him stuff and
Yeah.
be a parent, and then he's just like, fuck this, actually I give up. And there's that whole scene where he's like gripping the razor and he's like, why are you so stupid, why are you gripping a knife, you're not supposed to do that. Like, that's not how you talk to your child, even if your child is 6'5".
So all right, so like I said, I was gonna tell you like my thought, and then we'll come back to other people's, because that's gonna come in like other people's research. I mean, there's like freaking theses about this at this point. I just thought it was so beautiful. I loved, because this movie also kind of deals with like obsession. You know, like he became obsessed with the idea that like his mom had died, and he could never grasp the idea of death, so he tried to find a way to make death not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And then once he did it, he didn't know what to do with himself, and he doesn't care what it cost along the way for everyone else.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, man, this guy sucks. Yeah, because I never felt bad for him either. Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
you
it's
had a shitty childhood,
Elizabeth
like,
that even is the one that, like,
on.
says, like, you're the... No, his brother tells him that. His brother's like, you're the monster. That's like what I call you behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he is. I don't know. I think all the lines in this movie are just like poetry, man. I could literally sit here and just listen to any one of these people talk forever.
Yeah.
So I was even trying to rewatch some of it the other day, and I actually watched like 20 minutes by accident. I was like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be watching this again right now.
Yeah. When I give this movie a 6 out of 10 and I say I didn't enjoy my time with it, it is not like, I'm not condemning this movie by any means. It's gorgeous. It's beautifully written. It's just slow. And it's a story I've seen 100 times before. And I felt like I wasn't changed by this movie. I like, here's the themes. Okay, got it. I'm going to move on to the next one, and I will never think about this movie again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I feel about most of Guillermo's movies. I love his movies, but I'm never changed. I always go like, that's like a cinematic ride. Yeah. This is great. I love this. Because like Crimson Peak, I did like, but I've never watched it again.
Yeah.
I've never watched... Well, I mean, I told you I don't like Shape of Water. But like, I do, though. That's the thing. I did like it. But the way that people liked it, I was like, I don't understand this level.
Yeah. It didn't do for you what it did for a lot of people. I feel like his best movie for me is Pan's Labyrinth, just because I do think about that story a lot, but I also think about the visuals a lot. Like, that movie for me is what I think his whole catalog is for everyone, because everybody gives him such high praises. And I do too. Like, I love Guillermo. I just think that I don't want to call him overrated. It's like Miyazaki. Like, everyone knows Miyazaki's good. He does good stuff. He tells good stories. But like, a lot of his movies are just fucking slow and boring. Like, they don't have a lot to say. It's just a space in time, and here's a character, they go through some stuff, and that's the whole movie. Like, there's not necessarily rising, falling action or a resolution even half the time.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you know how I feel about a lot of the Miyazaki ones. I'm like, yeah, those are fine.
Yeah.
And how I say, like, it's like a day in the life sometimes. I'm like, is that a thing, though? Mm-hmm. But then there's the beauty in that, I guess, you know?
Yeah, it's just a different method of storytelling. I think it's very, like, Eastern influenced. Whereas in Western culture, we want to have, like, here is the problem that the character has to solve. Here's how they solved it. Here's how they're changed because of it.
Yeah. Because in this, no one's really changed. They all are just
Elizabeth
what they
is
are.
Dead. But that's it.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, so I was going to ask, I guess, your take on her as well. Because she's a big thing that everyone's talking about now. About it.
Yeah. I mean... I don't want to dunk on this movie so much because I'm going to sound like I hated it. I didn't love it. I feel like Elizabeth, for me, the most interesting part of her character, the most interesting moment that she had was the first time she saw the creature, because she sees him obviously in pain and says, "Who hurt you?" Like, she instantly recognizes like, oh, this is a thing that needs caring for, which is both like motherly and very very wife-like, you know? She sees him, recognizes the hurt, and wants to fix it.
Yeah.
So that was just like archetype moment.
Everyone's all mad that I guess she's not in it more.
She wasn't in it very much at all.
She's in the book less. So he made, like, Guillermo made her more of a thing. Like, he accentuated her more for this movie. Yeah. But I think what people don't like is that he's also making a really big point about how women are mistreated. So she's also mistreated in this movie. I mean, at this time specifically. And that's one of the parts that really got me. Christoph Waltz is in it, which, by the way, he's like the greatest guy alive. I love him. I just fucking love him so much. And I'm like, see, I have some problems with this too. Like, the Christoph Waltz guy, he bankrolls the entire creation of this, right? Uh-huh. And then he goes, I have syphilis, so I want to be inside the body.
Yeah, put me in the monster now. I'm going to die.
They tell him no, and then he died. And I was like, there's going to be backlash from this. And there never was.
There never was. Yeah.
So, like, there's things about it that, like, you know, still kind of bug me. But I was like, okay, well, I guess in the grand scheme of, like, if you looked at life, like, it happened, he hid it, nothing will ever happen. Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, all right, I guess I'm not just supposed to focus. Like, if you focus where you're not supposed to focus, you're going to be upset when that wasn't the focus, you know? So it's like, okay, I need to let this go. Okay, I'm done with this. This isn't important like I thought it would be, you know?
Yes. Yeah. I thought that it was definitely going to have like consequences down the line, but I guess it was way easier to get away with murder back in the day, especially if you just live alone in a big castle. Like,
exactly.
Who knows when or where you died.
Yeah. But what I was saying was, oh yeah, he's like begging to be put in the body, and he goes, I gave you everything. I gave you money. I give you this. I'll even give you Elizabeth. Like, she's such a
bartering chip.
Yeah. And he didn't even accept that chip. So, like, I'll give Victor that. He was like, no. Like, his like scientific sensibility took over that. Yeah. But I don't think he ever really loved her at all. No, I just think I think he liked her because his brother had her. Yes. And his brother had everything because he got to live the sunshine childhood while he got the like Christian school ruler on the top of your hands kind of life. You know?
Yeah, except I'm not going to beat your hands anymore because those are your instrument, doctor. I'm going to beat your face. Yeah. Like, damn.
So, like, this movie, I'm trying to think if it's what you just said. It's like a type of storytelling. I think this movie has single lines in the back that are telling you the stuff, but like, you have to dig in it. You got to look and comb through and hear it and think about it. But this movie's not going to tell you what it's trying to tell you. Yeah. Outwardly.
Back on Elizabeth, I did like the fact that her character, like, she had so few lines, but most of them are about like, I'm a weird girl and I don't know where I fucking belong and I don't belong in this world. And even in her dying breath, like, I thought that her dying speech was really good, where she was like, you know, I never really belonged here, and now I feel like if I'm gonna die, to die with you watching is the best way it could have happened. I thought that was sweet. Yeah. But yeah, overall, like, I didn't feel particularly attached or rooting for any of the characters. Like, yeah, I wanted Frankenstein to stop being abused and I wanted Victor to get to be a better person, but I kind of knew that none of that was going to happen just because of the nature of the Frankenstein tale. So I think
now you got me thinking, who was I rooting for? If anyone, it was just the monster, I guess. Yeah. But I always have the sympathy for, like, the monster dude.
Why is that? Let's crack that egg open.
You know what? Let's do that. Why not?
Let's crack it open.
Because they're usually the misunderstood, and they're a monster, but not a monster. So, like, because I've told you my favorite, we'll just tie it back to the universal ones. My favorite movie monster is the Wolfman. Because he is the most I feel so fucking bad for the Wolfman. He was just a guy that came to town, and he was talking to this woman, and, like, they were maybe gonna, like, court and all that stuff, and he was helping some guy on the street, and wound up getting bit and becoming the new werewolf. And then against his will, he turns on the full moon and he's killing people and he's trying to do everything to like not be this monster.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to hurt people, but this thing takes over and he does. And by the end, I think she's the one that like shoots him and has to kill him. And then he turns normal and he's like, I tried not to be this. And then like dies or whatever.
Yeah. I do like that trope, like the person who is unwittingly creating problems. Like they're not in control of their own life and therefore are like out of control of everything.
Yeah. And I do like stories about, I guess, the warnings of don't be afraid of what you don't understand. Because, like,
yes,
when Frankenstein was living with the blind guy who, like, teaches him to speak and all that stuff, which, by the way, I think it is so weird that the monster can grow hair.
I didn't even think about that.
He grows because, like, Victor's, like giving him a crew cut at one point in the movie. You know, his own little personal Barbie doll.
Yeah.
But then, like, he grows full-on hair, and I was like, I never really stopped to think, like, could these bodies that get reattached, like, grow hair? You know, well, that's kind of wild.
Corpses do continue to grow their hair and fingernails, which is fucking weird to me.
That's like weird.
It's creepy. Like, I don't like to think about that.
But so, you know, he's living with him, and, oh, by the way, okay, I don't think that's CG, though. When he rips the skin off that one wolf,
yeah,
that shit was real dope, though.
It was. Every single practical effect in this movie really had a grotesque way about it. Like, there's a scene where Victor is, like, peeling skin and muscles off of corpses and stuff.
Yeah.
And that part really churned my stomach. It was extremely visceral.
Yeah. But, like, those two hunter guys show up, and, like, he literally leaves the house and they just follow him for a while and then eventually shoot at him. And like, it's the whole, we're afraid of the thing. Like, we're afraid of the stuff we don't understand. And I do like those stories where it's like, but if you would even remotely try to understand this thing, he's not different. And actually you should feel bad for him. This guy made him for genuinely no purpose.
Yeah.
And now he can't even die. He can hold a stick of dynamite in his chest and walk away later.
Yeah, I did not like that. But watching the dynamic toward the end of the movie between the creature and Victor, where he's like, I can't fucking die and I want to die so bad because like you were a bad parent, basically. He's like, you were shit at creating me or shit at raising me, and now I'm this way because of you. And I can't even begin to fix it, and neither can you. And they just both have to live with that. Yeah. That struck a chord.
That's the tragedy, you know?
Yeah.
And like, that is the tragedy of the book, really. Like, then, oh, well, just because you made me think of it right then. That one line, too, when he goes, like, you only listen when I hurt you.
Yeah.
That fucking, I was like, woof, man, shit. Damn. I don't know. I just loved looking. There's actually one scene. So I was because I was talking about why I liked it at first. And it was really, really just how it looks. I think he's got some of the cleanest looking movies I've fucking ever seen. And there's no talking in this. I could watch him feed this deer for like an hour alone.
I wish that was just the rest of the movie.
But when he goes back to the tower to like learn where he came from, there is one specific shot that I really thought you were gonna just like not be able to not talk about either. He's digging through like the rubble of all the stuff, and there was a picture that Christoph Waltz took when they were crafting the body together, and he's like, can you move? I'm new to photography and I'm taking a photo. And he like takes this photo of like the face.
Yes.
And then you see that photo several times throughout the movie. He finds it at this point, and when he like brushes the snow off and moves it like across his face, it's like his alive eye through that lens of the dead face. And it's this like dichotomy of where he came from to what he is now. Oh my fucking God. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't even really think about this, but I'm glad that you remembered it and brought it back because that is a really beautiful shot.
The only thing I've thought about with this movie for like 2 weeks. It changed my soul. I was like, how did you think of to do this? This is fucking gorgeous.
That's what works about Guillermo del Toro's movies is like there are always these small moments that you're just going to like live with and think about forever. Like that's just like a shot that's just going to happen in your head. Like for me, it's the final shot of Pan's Labyrinth where you see the fucking kid dead on the ground. Like that is just that lives in my head. Like the slow zoom out from that kid's eyes.
See, Crimson Peak for me, and I told you I didn't even really love that movie that much. But did you ever watch it?
No, I still have it on my computer because you gave it to me, and I'm like, I should watch it.
Spoilers, people, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you.
Go ahead.
But like Tom Hiddleston, he dies in that movie.
Okay.
And when you see his ghost later, fucking beautiful though. He got stabbed like in the face, like right in the cheek. Like someone stabs him like in the face.
Yep.
And when the lady like meets his ghost again, when she like cures everything and like all the ghosts get to be freed from that manor or whatever, his shows up and it's like he's underwater and the blood is like coming out but like floating through like something viscous almost, but he's just standing there in the air and it's hauntingly beautiful. And I don't even think about that movie, but I think about that shot all the time. Yeah.
He's got away with the camera.
He really does. So I think maybe that's the thing. Like you were saying, this movie is entirely about subtext. Because like this scene alone has no words. So we're not telling you anything. We're not saying anything to you. But from this, I can take away how people grow. Like, he literally started as that, but look at him now. Mm-hmm. Then maybe to not know where you came from and to see that you came from such a dark place, does that mean that you're dark inherently? Or does that mean you can only be better from there? There's so much you can dig out of just this shot. And I think that's the idea with this movie, is it's, what do you want to dig at and take away from, rather than, weren't these events exciting, I guess?
Yes.
You know?
So, Guillermo del Toro movies are like a bowl of Lucky Charms.
I thought you were going to say an onion. Okay.
An onion. It's a bowl of Lucky Charms because most of the time it's like, this is just Cheerios, and then you like get a marshmallow and you're like, oh yeah. But the rest of it, it's just cereal.
Yeah. So I'll give you some of the like TikTok-y stuff that's been going around out there.
Before you do that, I want to like, what I took away from this, I guess I already talked a little bit about it, but for me, like the takeaway message as a whole, I took away the parenthood-ness of it all.
Yeah.
How, I mean, I'm going to say some challenging things for people out there who are parents because I don't have children. But like, and there's so many reasons, and I'll explore that right now. Like, whenever you have a kid.
Sorry. I thought it was like, and I'll explore that in therapy or years to come. She's like, I'll explore that right now. And I was like, whoa.
Right now, buckle in. Okay. So for me, this movie was just a kind of a very self-affirming mirror for like why I don't have kids, because you pass on all the worst pieces of yourself. Like, Victor's temper is inescapable, and he just directly feeds that through the cycle of violence into his child, the creature. Like, that is what he passed on, and the creature can't stop like the violence. You see him, he took for fucking ever to break out of those chains in the basement. I was like, you are a meat man, you can just bend the bar. Like, obviously, because he bent the thing that Victor was poking him with. He's like, fuck this thing. I'm like, okay, good, now do that to your chains and get out of there. But it took a whole conflagration for him to do that. So I feel like that was kind of the egg of violence inside of him just kind of growing over time. And then he finally had an excuse to like, okay, I guess I need to use this dark part of me, and escaped. And then, he's crushing wolves. He's killing people and shit. Like, that's just a part of him now because it's part of his character, because it's how he was raised. It's what he saw.
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of it is what came through strongest for me. Is just like, you pass on all your dark shit to your children and it's inescapable and they're going to hate you for it and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
So you're now tying me back to one of my favorite things of all time.
All right.
God of War 2018. The one that we played together.
Yeah, that's a whole sad dad game.
That was the premise of that game, was that your children always reflect things in you that maybe you don't intend, but you can strive to be better. Like, and I think that's where we finally got to at the end of this, because like, I'm not, and go ahead, I'll say some challenging things too then, why not? I don't think just because you have a parent, you owe them forgiveness for things in life. I don't think so. Like, at the end of this, when like he forgives him, like, I'm fine with it. I was
mad that he forgave him, to be
like,
honest. I was like,
fine with it.
To him.
Exactly. Like, I don't think you owe things like that to people because of blood.
Yes.
Right?
It was nice that they reconciled, to put a bow on the movie, you know? Like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, it could have been different. But I guess that's the story.
Yeah, because we just rewatch. Well, or is it? Because remember, I don't remember the book so well. Is that
maybe we should read the book again?
Because I said that you know, this is Guillermo kind of living his life. Is he wishing that he could get that from a parent? So like, he gives it to this monster. Frankenstein's monster gets it, and that's the thing that he wishes he could have. I don't know that.
That's so true, because man, oof. when you grow up and you recognize your parents as people, there are certain things that, like, you don't have to forgive them, but you can't keep holding it against them, because like, they're not just your parents. They're humans that are also experiencing this life, and you have to kind of give them grace in order to give yourself some peace.
Yeah. And see, there's so much to even dig into in the end, because I just rewatched the end too the other night. If you really think about it, so the opening of this movie has like them throwing him off the boat, they're shooting him with the shotgun, and he's like, the monster's chasing me. He's chasing me. In the matter of an evening, they tell these two stories, right? Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden he's like, damn, I do owe you an apology. So is it even just a speaking point on if parents would ever stop to listen to their child's side, they could potentially learn to change their ways?
Yeah.
Listening, but I was also like, but see, most people just crave that peace in death so much. Like, Victor was literally dying. He just wanted to feel better. I, like you, also don't know if he truly understood it, if he truly deserved to be forgiven, or if it was just like, I would like that peace before I fucking go, because he's still that little selfish dude.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took it. Like, he took his child for granted the whole time. Like, he was hitting him and shit. Like, and the one word that he could say, Victor, that's your name. And for him to grow to hate the monster because of that, and at the end be like, please say my name again the way you said it the first time. Like, give that back to me, because now I can appreciate it.
Yeah, but like, that's too little too late. And now you get to be at peace, and I have to go live forever.
Yeah, forever. Like, I kind of wonder what happens to Frankenstein afterward. Like, I hope he can go create his own weird little bride, but
I don't think he lives forever in the book.
But he gets blown up by... Okay, and the book, like, I don't know.
Yeah. But like, in this, he is legit going to live forever. That battery inside of his body will never extinguish.
Yeah, he's like Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, he's just regenerating all the time. And I don't know if that's how he was in the book. If so, that's like way before its time.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like he was just a regular old corpse in the book, but
Yeah, I think Guillermo took a little bit of coolness and was like, let's say it's like these weird nodes that are in your lymphatic system up here, and they're natural batteries, and what if we could just feed them forever? So like, there's some, some like cool stuff there, but I don't, because that honestly kind of bugs me. The idea that like he can explode and just regrow everything. I'm like, why does having that energy in you mean that your body can just self-heal forever?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was bothered by that too.
It's weird, but if that's the way this monster works, I'm going to take this rule and I'm going to run with it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it is science fiction, so we have to kind of suspend the disbelief and go with whatever the author provides us.
Yeah. So, man, so much to think. Anyway, so much to think about with this. But so we'll get into some of the like TikTok-y, like other people's stuff. Cause
yeah, tell me what other people are saying.
I think we both walked away with a lot of the like parental side stuff. I walked away with the like obsession piece, but I take that was a big theme in the Uncharted games and stuff. It's the idea that like you keep chasing a thing to gain nothing.
Yeah.
But that obsession doesn't let you see reason, which this boat captain was doing as well. He was like, we're going to fucking do the thing. And only until he sees how this obsession can go so wrong did he decide to take all of his men home, What
was the boat after in the first place? I wasn't really clear on like
he just said, we're on a mission. We were hired to do a job and we're going to fucking do it because we're men of our word. And all the men are like, but like we're going to die out here.
Yeah.
Like you care more about this mission and this objective than the people along the way. And then when he sees that Victor, his objective was beating death, and then hearing about all the people that suffered for it, he was like, I don't want to fucking be like this guy.
Yeah, and then he's like, we're going home. What the hell accent was that, by the way? Swedish?
Well, they're in like the Arctic, so I don't even fucking know. I don't even know where these guys are from.
Northern.
Yeah.
Very, very Arctic.
But so a lot of people are talking about, of course, you got like the Gothic feminism side of it, how I guess in like Gothic literature and stuff, they're very apt to just like show life the way it is kind of thing. So like you're not going to get a lot of female empowerment because that's not happening in the world. They're showing you how they're put down, how women are snuffed, because that's what you're going to find. It's not an ideal. That's reality, And I think that's why she's so low here in this movie. Yeah.
Okay. It made me think a little bit of Nosferatu also, because like
yes,
we see a lot of repression in that movie toward women. Like can't have sexual thoughts about anything at all. Can't be crazy. Can't be wanting to go outside. Like that's all very real. Like that is how women were supposed to be and feel way back in, whatever time period we're in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw a lot of mirrors of that, both of it being a monster movie and like the woman having desires that were outside of her status, basically.
Yeah. Because I think Elizabeth, if she could have her choice, she would have been a scientist. She would have been a woman of, because she was all into her bugs and biology and stuff.
Loved bugs. Yeah, I loved that about her, is that she was very intelligent.
Taylor pointed this out for me that I kind of missed. And I was like, oh, yeah, she did do that. She's the one that gets Victor to realize where to put the nodes in, that this whole process even fucking worked.
Oh, for real?
He kept doing it in the wrong spot. She pointed something out to him when she came by one time, and that's when he's got that one on the table, and he moves the nodes up. Mm-hmm. And then, like, it comes to life on the table and then crumples back down.
Yeah.
She's the one that solves the equation. She's the one that solves it.
Yeah, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, she did this for him. But who's going to get the credit? Frankenstein.
Always the man.
So, well, also, that's a big thing. The end of this book, or the end of this movie, is a quote from Lord Byron.
Yeah, actually, I liked that.
But Mary Shelley's the lady. She's the one that wrote this. Why would you not have a quote from her, but instead, like, her husband?
Oh, is Lord Byron her husband?
I think so. It's like one final competitor, one final oppression to like drive that point home again. Like, see, there's so much subtexty crap in this movie. This movie is not. It's not on the film stock itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were to play this movie, everything it's saying is not in those film stills. None of it's in there. It's
as
all
we're discussing it
in the back.
I'm raising my score, but not by much, just because.
Because you wouldn't sit through it again.
Yeah.
You can appreciate it, but that doesn't mean you want to watch it again.
For sure. Like, and I recognize it's a good movie. I want to protect myself here and say it's a good movie. Yeah. But like, it wasn't for me.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did, because I was kind of curious what I was going to get out of it. And I did want a bit more like the book, and it was, so I was into that. But just, I don't know. Everything about it really worked for me. The tower, it was just a lot of the imagery.
The imagery was fucking sick as hell.
So I downloaded this in 4K HDR, because I only have the 1080p Netflix, so I can't watch it in 4K there.
Ah, okay.
But I got it in the big bad version. We turned it on that way, and it was like a completely different movie. The lighting was so much better. I was like, oh, fuck, this movie's way more beautiful than I thought the first time. Stunning movie. But so people are talking, like, let me give you just one thing that I got today that was some crazy deep stuff.
Okay.
Does this electrical thing look like anything to you? The thing that simply is what's bringing in the power to create Frankenstein. This is how deep people are taking this.
Speculum?
Yes. It is a speculum. So what was a speculum created for and by? It was created by a man. It is an invasive thing towards women. It's a cold, scientific tool that creates uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
Already you're getting this parallel, right?
They can do so many things to improve the speculum, and they just haven't over the course of, the 200 years that it's been around.
Exactly. But so by him simply making that thing look like a speculum, people are taking all of the subtext already from it. Because now you've got a guy creating this thing without intending for its consequences. It's cold, it's scientific, it's just because can we do it, not should we, or why. It cares not for the person on the receiving end, women for the speculum, this monster for life, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's eating that just from the shape of that electrical rod. And the conversation is expounding out there about
that.
That
is definitely... I feel like that must be intentional, because that's what I thought of when I first saw this thing. I was like, oh, there's the speculum.
Yeah. But, when you're watching this movie, first and foremost, you go, hey, that looks like one, but what's happening now? And you're watching what's happening. But like when you can sit with it later, I can't deny a lot of the stuff people are thinking about it, And there's literally so much subtext and what is being said by just how this looks. But then you got to know the history to tie it in. And it's a whole fucking, like, it's a puzzle piece. It's a fucking jigsaw puzzle.
There's got to be something to be said too for the fact that like the speculum thing almost broke, and it is like bent awkwardly and bad, and he's still using it because like, well, it's still probably good. Exactly.
Like, there's so many tiny things like this. And then you get into the Freudian stuff that's in this movie, because I will tell you that line really fucking weirded me out when we first watched it. He was like, I grew up, and my father was gone a lot doing stuff, but when he was gone, mother was mine. And I was like, ooh, that felt creepy. But now compound that again. Mia Goth plays the mom and the love interest later in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing all this stuff, but he's not telling us this stuff. It's so...
Yeah.
But this was such his passion project. There's probably there's probably so much more to this than we could ever understand. Guillermo del Toro has a 9-foot mounted Frankenstein head in this library that he has in his home.
What?
Frankenstein is his shit, man. He loves this story more than anything on the planet.
That's nuts.
He's been trying to make this like since Pan's Labyrinth. And it finally has come to fruition. Like
I'm happy for him that he's gotten to do this.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was telling you too, he wanted to make it 2 to 3 movies.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess you could. I mean, the book's not even that long. The book's only like 200 pages, I think.
Yeah, it's barely like it's a very short book. It's like an afternoon's read.
But he has been living with the story and thinking about every layer and aspect to it for 40, 50 years. Mm-hmm. He's thinking so much deeper about this story than you and I can even possibly fathom, probably. You know?
So back on the Freudian shit, there's definitely like scientific value to there's a weight behind the idea that men will seek out in their partner what they are missing from their parenthood. So like, you know, you had a mother that was neglectful, you're going to seek out a wife who's nurturing, that type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, I think it goes for women too. Like anybody in life, no matter their situation, whatever they didn't get enough of in their childhood, they will seek out in droves in their adulthood.
Yeah. And we're not saying it, but we mean it in this movie, you know? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I did, so you said, what, a 6, right? I still didn't even say mine, but I mean, it's a 10. I could look at this movie forever. Would I watch it often? No.
Yeah.
This could be a yearly movie for me, though. I think I could do this one about once a year. It's really pretty, and you know I like my weird, gross stuff, like the fucking that thing on the table that comes to life.
Yeah,
when he finally figures it out. That's Robert coded. Hands down. Like
I saw that and I was like, Robert's gonna dig that.
Oh, I did. I dug it immediately. Oh, and then see, we didn't even. There's so much.
We didn't even talk about this whole shit. Yeah, with him in the fucking confessional booth right now. Like that is
not even that. What do you think he's been drinking this whole movie? Every time you see him drinking, what is he drinking?
I have no idea. Whiskey?
See, I didn't even put it together. I thought it was some weird drink. He's literally just drinking milk.
Oh, yeah. He does drink a lot of milk.
And that's supposed to be this Freudian, like, mother-son thing. Like, all of this is all played up everywhere.
Milk is so often used in movies as shorthand for, like, this guy's evil. Like, don't trust this person. Whoever is drinking milk, they're bad.
If you're drinking straight milk, you're fucked up.
I always think back to that scene in Get Out where fucking Allison Williams is sitting on the bed eating a singular Fruit Loop at a time and then like sipping milk through a straw.
Yeah.
That quintessential bad milk person.
Exactly. But I thought this was interesting. I thought you might like. He always has his hands in those gloves. Mm-hmm. Because it's like he's always trying to keep the blood off of his hands. Yet the gloves are red to also signify, you know, he's been caught red-handed. He is the bad person, but he wears those gloves to like go, but it's not me.
Yeah.
Simply by wearing the gloves, the way people try to like skirt their responsibilities and they say, well, I didn't cause that. That was caused by this. It's just a little tiny detail to show that's how he is in life. There's so many little fucking things. I don't even know half of them, probably. I haven't done a lot of the TikTok work. That's been all Taylor. She is so into this movie. And it is a great movie. I mean, it ended. I didn't cry. I loved it. Taylor can't think about it. She cries. She loves it so much.
If I'm rating the movie on visuals alone, 9 out of 10 because of the CGI-ness of some of the shit. But if I'm rating the movie just like on whether or not it kept me engaged,
you're saying like an entertainment scale. Yeah,
an entertainment scale. I was at like a 2.
I just kind of wanted to know what was gonna happen. I was just always like, well, what's next? God, I'm just like scrolling through the movie and going like, that's a still, That's a poster. Mm-hmm. Like, he did just make a gorgeous movie.
He really did. Like, every single scene that he does is just crafted.
Yeah.
Piece by piece. And costuming, don't even fucking get me started on costuming for this movie. I hope they win that Oscar, because that is, oof, they're so good. Elizabeth's dress at the end was incredible.
So did you see that in the Discord today?
I did, yeah. The thing with the bandages, that was fascinating to me.
And how she's dressed like the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like, it's all so deep. It's all so connected.
It's very intentional.
I mean, really, this is a 2.5 hour movie. We can't sit here and talk about every fucking thing that happens. But can I just tell you one of my favorite things about this movie? Mm-hmm. It was the opening. And I realize now, having finished it, that it's because of the dynamite thing. But when he's walking, it's like he's from hell. There's like this heat coming off of him against like the coldness. Yeah. And he looked so intense.
Yeah, all those sparks and
digging stuff. This. And then like you can see the like steam coming off of him.
Yeah.
I thought that was so fucking cool. I just think every choice he made, look at that, there's like smoke and shit. He looks like ethereal.
Yes.
It's a pretty wild. I mean, I did love it. I think it's a great movie. And as soon as I'm hoping it will come out for purchase physically. I am definitely going to buy it, hands down.
They're going to have a gorgeous steelbook to go with this. I'm 100% positive on that.
Fucking better. So now I'm trying to get Taylor. I was like, do you want to watch? I know it's not the same. I was like, but would you want to watch like the Universal versions, like the old Boris Karloff, then Bride of Frankenstein? Mm-hmm. Because that is in and of itself the idea of Frankenstein is just the tragicness. Because like Bride of Frankenstein is he finally gets a bride created. When she comes to life, she's so horrified by him that he's still denied love. So he decides to kill both of them. That way they both just don't have to live with this horrible life that they've made for themselves.
That's so sad. I didn't know that was what Bride of Frankenstein was about.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible. It's so sad. He yearns for another because who on earth could ever be like him?
Yeah.
I mean, I even think Mia Goth in this, I don't even know that like she loved him. I just think she saw him as a living person. And he saw her not as a woman to keep down in society, but as somebody else, because that's the only other name he says. He says Victor, and then he meets her and says Elizabeth. Like, he sees her value too. I think they just could see each other.
Yes.
I don't even know that it was love for me.
The fact that like when Victor is about to light Frankenstein up and be like, say another word, say any other word, and he keeps saying Victor over and over, but then at the last minute he does say Elizabeth. He's like, that's it, I'm fucking done.
I loved it. It just makes me wish Hellboy 3 would happen. That's all I can say.
Well, he's done with monsters now, so you can count that out.
I know, so now I'm pissed. Like, it's a good movie, but could you have made Hellboy first? Now I'm denied that forever. But I loved it. If you guys watch it, I would love to know what you think about it. Are you guys more Universal? Are you more book-oriented? Because this also brought up the whole, like, should movies mirror the book? Should they stand as their own thing? Because, like, we even just said, most people, when they hear Frankenstein, they think the movie. Yeah. We don't really think the story of the book too much. I didn't realize Frankenstein was just kind of a cornerstone of storytelling as we know it in America, really. It was one of it's such an old book. It's one of the OG movies.
It's I think the first science fiction like stories.
Yeah. Like Frankenstein is just quintessential pop culture kind of. Like so much revolves around this creature. But he is living forever, so I guess he should be, But anyway, that's Frankenstein. I'd love to know you guys' thoughts. I know we're already talking about it in the Discord now. That's why we recorded this interlude for you guys a little early so we could keep up the momentum with it. Can't wait to see you guys' further comments in the Discord about it.
Tell me how wrong I am for not liking it.
But like, I feel that sometimes because I've seen movies that I'm just like, that's a great movie, but it was. I say that. Remember, I already got flayed alive for my Studio Ghibli comment that time, so
Yeah.
it's it's fine. I can take that, So with that, would you like to, I don't know, go comb through some bodies and find the best parts?
Yeah.
Okay.